Fourth quarter, we did a really good job of running. We did a really good job of moving the ball. We played with a lot of force in that third quarter, and we were not able to replicate it in the fourth quarter. Do a good enough job defensively. And even we had great offensive quarter, we did not do a good job defensively. Allowed them to score 36 points, allowed them a couple of their shooters to catch some fire, to feel good about it, and that carried in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, when you're saying defense, is it any adjustments? I mean, coming into this one, it wasn't like the Magic team, they're like the hottest team shooting threes, but then they got hot from far, so it's just more so that flip in terms of...
That's the beauty of NBA, right? On any given night, team can get hot and shoot the ball. Obviously, we knew that Desmond Bane is a really good shooter. Tonight, he was 7 for 10 from the three-point line. That was a big thing there in the game. We had a 10-point lead in the third quarter when travel was missed. Obvious travel was missed. That ended up to 3 points there. That ended up with my technical foul. That ended up with a couple of things that should not be happening. Those plays are big plays. They're momentum-changing plays, and we all need to be better. Starts with coaches, starts with players, but referees, they need to be better as well.
Do you feel like in those, not minor, but those moments that affect the game differently, as you mentioned, it sucked out the momentum for you guys from an energy standpoint?
I mean, those situations, they're going to happen, obviously. It's how you react to them. And our reaction was not appropriate. We allowed crowd to get a little bit, to get a little bit our nerves there. And we did not keep our cool to execute what we were supposed to execute on both ends of the floor.
I mean, you worked with Desmond your time in Memphis, but just what you saw on the floor, what was he able to kind of get to that really shocked you, but in many ways helped Magic tonight?
He did a great job there of playmaking, getting to his spots on the floor, shooting threes, shooting his mid-range shots. He played a great game.
Coach, they have more. You guys have more buckets tonight than they did, but obviously in the 3-point, it's a little bit different. So when you don't have a team that makes as many threes as the other team, how important is that 3-point defense that you guys?
That's huge. That's huge. For any three that they make, for you, any two that you make, that's 1 point, advantage that goes to the other team. And tonight they caught fire. They did a really good job, especially second half. We kept them to 50 points in the first half, and they were able to score 80 in the second half. A big part of that was making those threes. Some of those, end of the shot clock, tough contested shots, we got to give them credit. They play a great game, and definitely for us, they're another layer that we got to get to in order to win.
How do you think about Brandon's performance tonight?
I thought he played really well today. I thought that offensively he was getting to his spots. He was getting his shots. I thought he played really well.
Coach, can you talk about the impact of the bench, or maybe the lack of impact of the bench, Gabe, that maybe forced you to rely on the starters too much and have things change down the stretch? Other than Walter's 13 points in the first half, you didn't get a ton of scoring from your bench today. Would you like to see more in order to take the load off guys like Ingram that are hot for so long and then has to continue that pace?
Right. We have our bench for the big part of the season. They're doing a really good job, and they're our true power. Those guys coming in, a lot of times guys off the bench coming and bringing energy and taking us to another level. And thanks to our second unit, we won a lot of games this year. Thanks to them. But we lacked that tonight. Outside of Jacoby, we did not get that usual support, not just offensively but on defensive there as well.
Coach, when you think about responses, out of time, I guess you guys find that success and it's like that quick right away time. But looking at tonight's game and Wednesday, if a team punches, let's say, are you still trying to fill in what that looks like collectively at the end of games for your group in responses in totality, do you think? Or
that's a very complicated question. Can you elaborate it for me, please? I lost you halfway through.
No, I mean just through the plays that you're able to make out of timeouts, you guys have got that when it comes to responses. But when you have teams that can kind of get those runs, they're still lacking in that regard in terms of how you guys respond and the overall picture of things. are you guys still building that? Are you seeing that your team is still building that?
But I think it's recognized in those situations. Out of timeout, one thing is to execute one play, but you got to be able to execute that in a flow of the game with much more force. And anytime when we hit a force, we got a good look. Anytime when we're slowing down and trying to run deeper, to run offense deeper in the shot clock, we got in a problem there.
You got 5 games at home before the All-Star break. Yeah, how do you look at these next 5 games, and do you look at it as, hey, there's a light at the end of the tunnel, and how do you keep these guys focused for these next 5 games to try to get through to this All-Star break in a pretty crucial time?
I think all of us are extremely blessed to be in NBA and to play basketball games, and I don't see us being in any kind of tunnel. Those games are amazing privilege, and honor to play those games. We're playing against best teams in the world. We're looking for it. We're excited for every single game. So we're taking it literally one game at a time. We're not thinking of what's going to happen next 2 weeks or whatever. We just take one game at a time.